Surprisingly, yeah, all 4 of these games have actually been on Twitch. Alright, well, let's move on to the last one. The last game for WutGamesWeek for today. Let's see what this is about. New game, continue. Clicking continue, but nothing's happening. Oh. New game. I don't. Why did clicking continue work? I've never played this game. We literally just installed it. Wait, what the hell? They set lady versus the cats. To put in space. Oh my god, this is fucking trippy. They don't have a whole lot of ammo either. But I get the soundtrack on point. It's the same death sound. What? I need to be on the other side. Oh my god, parkour. What the fuck is he doing? Like so goofy, him just walking around on this ball. Holy shit, this is trippy. People trip. And pukers at the same time. Beginner. Killer. Calling me a murderer. What the fuck? There you go. But none of that here. It is a giant jaw. What the hell? What? I fell for what? I fell for the planet. Oh man, that's cheating now. But also, what the fuck are we playing? What the hell is this? Someone explain, please. Oh, we have no lives still. Someone explain, please. What the fuck are we playing? And how in the universe did I clip through the world? The planet, rather. What went wrong? That got the wrong way. What if I go this way? Where am I supposed to go? What? I just clipped through the planet and fall into the great void. So we killed everyone, and then what? Then what? I wish I could turn my camera. Oops. Speedrun. So let's see. It's just a circle here, but I'm supposed to look. No, I can't land in the middle because it forces me to land here. And if I use that, I fall off. Very confused. Am I supposed to jump back out here? Nope, I just fall into the great void again. What if I do this? Can't make that jump. Oh. Sorry, it was my fault. I jumped into the void willingly myself. Yo, Leo, you got a partnership with the Mikey Hughes? Excuse me, you're looking for a nice little discount code? Oh yes, of course. Use promo code DBD is the best game at checkout at hyperx.com. Where the fuck am I supposed to go from here? Yeah, you got it. I'll head you up with a discount. But this a HyperX Quadcast hashtag ad hashtag sponsored. You never mind. I changed my mind. What? What happened? Why don't you want the discount code? What happened? Just because it's DVD is the best game. Even if you can get a discount on it, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna admit DVD is the best. Ew, DVD. Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored. Hashtag please buy HyperX Podcast. Where am I supposed to go? If I keep going this way, I'm just gonna fall. Maybe it's just a specific spot where I could fall through, I guess. What now? Do I shoot the planet? No, but you thinking about getting that mic? Or this mic here? Yeah, I'd say go for it. If you are in need of a new mic. This one's pretty good. It gets the job done. And it sounds pretty good too. Ah, yeah, the one with the RGB lights. Boss fight question mark? The one without the red. Is that RGB? Yeah, that's the one that I have. That's just red. No. I don't have the fancy RGB one. Which I mean, it's just RGB. Pretty much the same mic, but yeah, if you like the RGB stuff, then I'd say go for it. There is more. Wait, I can't shoot my gun. RGB. SSD. That's apparently what I was supposed to do. Oh my god, I almost skipped the whole level. The end of the level is right there. Easy. Speed run strat. What the hell is this? Oh my god. She jumped way further than I thought she was gonna jump. I said, no, I have not seen or heard that before the GTA manual thing. Easy, hacker man. Just change the number. Then you get a different manual. I didn't even know they had manuals. I mean, I knew they had manuals, but I didn't know you could access them on Steam. But also, yeah, with the mic, the RGB mic, you could probably do some really cool stuff with it. With the collars and everything. Make your setup look extra cool. If you already have RGB stuff. I guess this is the end of the ride. Oh my god, okay, I'm alive. That fucking camera swap though. What is happening? What the fuck is going on? What am I supposed to do? Is that a flag here somewhere? Hep. Oh, I died. I'm supposed to shoot the planet? Yeah, no, you can do that. I guess that's for all. I guess that's for every game on there. Or for every game that has a manual on Steam. You can look at it. I didn't even know something like that was a thing. Does it stop here? Or does it keep going, the ride? It keeps going. Where does it take me? Is it gonna take me to the dev exit? The developer exit? I don't think it's moving now. Golden capture card. The golden Elgato. The Omega Rare golden capture card. Made out of pure gold. Oh no. Just said painted aluminum. What a best. Spin bar. Oh shit! Fuck! Oops. You just hit anything, okay? I forgot to fucking disable it. God damn it. Let's see. Alright, okay. It should be disabled now. I turned off my spin button, don't worry. What am I supposed to do on here? And this golden ball with spikes. Oh, there it is. I see it. How much we go for that? Saw the finish line. Am I just supposed to fuck it and jump? How did I get that tall? Oh, it comes to me. I see. What the fuck's happening now? Oh my god, that'd be fucking hilarious. Before I get reported and admins think it's real, that'd be fucking funny. They think it's actually real. Like, what the fuck? This guy's actually hacking on stream? Excuse me? Using cheat engine? Funny till I get banned. And that'll still be funny if I get banned. You're like, oh my god, they actually believe that. Cause then, well, all I gotta do is just prove it that, well, it's just a thing in OBS. Perma ban? Oh well. I guess we had a good run. You know, if there's any way I'm getting permanently banned, I'll take that as a way. I'll accept that. Permanently banned because of a joke. Sup guys, it's LeoXDrb. Not related whatsoever to that band guy, LeoXDrb. No. I'm LeoXDrb. Not related whatsoever, I just, you know. The end for now. Oh my god, we finished the game. Master. Clap. Let me leave. Let me leave. That one was something. I still prefer the other one though. I prefer this one. That was probably the best one. Well, there you go. We did it. Played all 4 of them.